Welcome to day 11. Day 10 was talking about not being a chismosa. Um, Day 11 is about the meddling tongue, the intrusive tongue. The meddling tongue. Some of you are living idle lives, refusing to work and wasting time meddling in other people's business. Second Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 11, New Living Translation. Nosy Rosie is the label that the people in my hometown place on those who were always prying into or meddling in the affairs of others. Why, while the mother-in-law have the reputation of being prime meddlers, they have not concerned the market of this vice. Men, relative, co-workers, and well-meaning friends are also prone to prying from time to time. Unlike gossip, meddlers usually seek personal information directly from their subject. How can you first afford such an expensive item? What size is the dress you're wearing? How much did you pay for this house? How long can you afford to be off from your work? These are the types of questions that serve no other purpose than to satisfy an inquiring mind. In all fairness, not everyone who makes inquiries is meddling. Many are sincerely interested in helping others. Whether you are genuinely concerned or just plain curious, be especially careful to avoid probing questions when conversing with those who are ill. What did the doctor say about your condition? Bad question. It is best to wait for someone to volunteer detailed information about his personal health. If you are prone to natural curiosity, if you are prone to natural curiosity, you must make a special effort to keep your iniquitiveness within the bounds of what is socially and spiritually appropriate. In some situations, you may have no intention of prying. However, you may still run the risk of your inquisitiveness offending others. My husband hates noises. I have to remind him to be gracious in responding to queries about the price of his personal purchases, such as a car or any of his creational toys. He often responds, "Are you planning to buy one?" When someone questions me about the price of something, I will usually offer a wide price range or jokingly say, somewhere between 100 and 1 million. I try to be mindful of the fact that some individuals and even people of certain cultures do not know that others deem their queries as noisiness. Usually, a simple response such as, "I'm sorry, that's confidential," or "that's personal," will be sufficient to stop further probing. The Bible offers an interesting perspective of meddling. He who passes by and meddles in a quarrel not his own is like the one who takes a dog by the ears. A dog's ears are one of the most sensitive parts of the body. If you pull them, he may bite you. Likewise, when we stick our noses where they do not belong, we may get a negative response. I have learned this from personal experience. I had a relative who found herself in dire financial straits. At her request, we sat together for several hours and developed a plan for paying off her debts and getting her back on track. Later, I helped to orchestrate a deal that yielded her a significant sum of money. When I reminded her to follow the plan we had established, she became offended by what she perceived as my intrusion into her business. She reminded me that she was not a child and could manage her affairs just fine. I was devastated, for I knew I had pure motives with no intention of meddling. The moral of the story is, even if you feel you have earned the right to stick your nose into a situation, walk softly. You might want to pray about it first and leave the matter to God. He is always better at influencing circumstances than we are. If we are a parent, Some meddling is certain in order to keep your inexperienced life at home children from going down the wrong path. Don't be afraid of their negative attitude or their rejection. In the final analysis, most of them will appreciate your intervention. If your children have reached if your child have reached adulthood, try to accept the fact that grown-ups do not need parenting. The law of sowing and reaping the consequences of bad decision is still one of the most effective teachers of life lessons. Give them space to learn. If you are indeed a genuine meddler, know that God does not consider your nose poking a small matter. He classifies this sin, yes, sin, with murder and stealing. He classifies this sin, yes, sin, with murder and stealing. If you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affair. 1 Peter 4:15 from the New Living Translation. When tempted to meddle, why not engage into a life self-interrogation? Ask yourself, do I have a sincere, unselfish motive for prying into this matter? Or am I attempting to control things for my desired objective? Someone once said that's one reason why people who mind their own business are successful is that they have so little competition. Think about that. Today's affirmation: I'm genuinely interested in others and only seek information from them that will allow me to serve, love, and support them better.